All right, everybody, welcome back to the podcast. It has been a while. I will explain it in a minute with Kobe, but before we get there,
While he's in denial.
anyway, before we get there, we're gonna go ahead and start this episode 7, I believe, with trivia time. Trivia time.
Bro's doing trivia.
Okay.
Oh, no.
There's a reason for this, but I'll get to the reason.
There isn't.
All right, are you ready? When did John Madden die? A. 1960. B. 2021. C. 2000. Or D. He's still alive. Yes, that's correct. When was the first Madden game created? A. 1998. B. 1988. C. 1960. Or D. 2000. No, it was 1988. But what year was Ray Lewis on the cover of Madden?
2005.
We're gonna skip that question.
Did he actually get that one?
Yeah.
Damn, bro, he knows.
And the final question: what is the Madden curse? A. A bad season. B. A bad thing happens. Or D. All of the above. And I said D. C. All of the above. C. It's all of the above. It's everything. You're just.
I'm just
You're not.
that guy.
At least you're not Antonio Brown.
At least I'm not Antonio Brown. His ass is at the league.
And final question: are you good at Madden?
Am I good at Madden?
Yeah,
I'm the best at Madden.
You put the word to the test because there's a Madden tournament. That's why we're doing trivia time today. There is a Madden tournament going to be starting on the podcast, not next week. Again, we'll get to this when Kobe gets up here, but we're going to start a Madden tournament. We're going to have some baseball stuff going on, and yeah, that's what's coming up later on the podcast. Let's get started on some NFL. Do we need to look it up, or do you know most of the trades?
Derrick Henry to the Ravens.
That's we can talk about these. Just say
Derrick Henry to the Ravens.
I don't know, man. That's crazy. You know what? I'm looking it up. I'm sorry.
Derrick Henry to the Ravens. I think
Hold on. You talk about it while I look
Derrick
it up.
Henry only has 2 years left, and
Really?
they signed Derrick Henry, but they let Patrick Queen go,
Yeah.
and he went to the division rival Steelers. So now it's going to be 4th and goal at the goal line in the AFC first round of the playoffs, and Ravens are going to try to run it in, and Patrick Queen's just going to stuff him. And the Steelers are going to win.
All right. Let's see. I'm going to try and find the beginning of free agency here. There's a lot of free agency.
Austin Eckler.
Here, let's start here.
Commanders.
Hold on. Stop.
You got
I'm sorry.
Swift to the
Shut up.
Bears.
I'm here. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and start with Jerry Jeudy to the Browns.
To the Browns.
Let's see here. We got Chris Jones.
Resigns.
Resigns with us, baby. Little fist bump with the Chiefs fans. Mac Jones traded to the Jaguars.
L trade.
It was an L trade. I don't even know what I was thinking there. Fletcher Cox announced his retirement, so he joins Jason Kelsey. Kevin Byard, I don't know who that is, some nobody, I guess. I don't know. Baker Mayfield staying with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Russell Wilson signs with the Steelers.
Signs with the Steelers. And
We'll get to that in a minute.
oh my
But oh my goodness, I'm gonna go on a rant about that one. Eagles extending someone, I don't really care about him. Colts getting Michael Pittman Jr. Yep. Bears signing DeAndre Swift. That's not a good one. Bills extending Deion Dawkins. Vikings signing Jonathan Green. Yeah. Here's a good one. Titans signing Tony Pollard as the replacement for Derrick Henry, who's already mentioned,
Well, see,
has gone to the
I
Ravens.
think them signing Tony Pollard was stupid because I think Tajay Spears was going to cook.
Okay.
But now that he has Tony Pollard, he's going to get less touchdowns.
Jaguars signing Gabe Davis. It's an L.
Terrible trade. I mean,
It's
terrible
not even
signing.
it's not even a trade.
Terrible signing.
Gabe should stay with them. Raiders signing Christian Wilkins.
Christian Wilkins. Him and Master Crosby are going to go sue him, but, Chiefs going to sweep him this year.
Okay. Packers signing Josh Jacobs and getting rid of Aaron Jones.
It was pretty interesting. Josh Jacobs, a little bit younger, a little bit better, but Aaron Jones.
Kirk Cousins going to the Falcons.
Wearing the number 18, by the way, too.
Saquon Barkley going to the Eagles.
All that, all of this just to beat the Chiefs. Just to beat the Chiefs.
Well, he left the Giants to go to the Eagles, so. Panthers, I don't care about that one. Packers signing Xavier McKinney.
Oh yeah, they signed Xavier McKinney.
Giants get Devin Singletary, the new guy.
I guess not that.
Raiders agreed to terms with Gardner Minshew. I did not know about this one.
Gardner Minshew got paid like $25 million over 2 years.
Is he the backup for Aiden O'Connell?
Policing the Raiders right now.
Is he the backup for Aiden O'Connell?
No, he's going to be the starter. He's getting paid like $12 million a year.
Let's see here. Commanders signing Austin Eckler.
Don't like Austin
Patriots signing Jacoby Brissett.
Next. My dude's washed.
Leon Williams re-signing with the Seahawks.
Next.
Bengals. This was weird. Bengals releasing Joe Mixon. Not Joe Burrow. Oh my god, that would be terrible. Joe Mixon, and they actually just traded.
Man, fuck that bum Joe Burrow. You better get on that of you.
If I hear, I know this isn't big, but if I see Burrowhead in this comments, I'm gonna lose it. Joe Mixon traded to the Texans. That's what it was.
Texans.
Jets signing Tyrod Taylor.
Back to the back.
Vikings signing Sam Darnold.
The Vikings starting quarterback right now is Sam Darnold.
They're also getting Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones.
And, that's gonna make Packers fans feel sad inside.
Yep.
They're never gonna win a Super Bowl. Marcus Mariota going to Washington. Mike Gesicki going to the Bengals. That's interesting. I didn't know that one. Falcons going with signing Darnell. Darnell. I don't know. Derrick Henry to the Ravens. We already spoke on that one. That one's interesting. Really interesting, actually. Giants signing Drew Lock. Steelers getting Patrick Queen. Oh, man, there's so much here. There's so much. Texans don't care about that one. Jordan Poyer signing with the Dolphins.
He's his old ass.
Panthers getting Deontay Johnson.
Yeah, I traded Deontay Johnson.
Eagles signing Garner Johnson. Or I don't know.
CJ Garner.
Garner Johnson. Even though wasn't he there before.
We beat him when we was on the Chiefs.
Brown signing Jameis Winston. Chargers releasing Mike Williams. I think he just got signed. He just got signed to the Jets, which is weird because they have Race Hall. Raiders releasing Jimmy Garoppolo.
But Mike Williams is a wide receiver.
Oh. Anyway, Raiders releasing Jimmy Garoppolo. He went to the Rams, I think. They signed him.
Jimmy Garoppolo went to the Rams.
Titans signing Mason Rudolph, which is stupid. They already have 4 picks.
Titans also signed Calvin Ridley.
I'm getting there, bro. Gosh, that's next. Titans signing Calvin Ridley. That was the big one. Now they got Calvin Ridley and DeAndre Hopkins.
They're still going to be a
Commanders.
6-1 team.
Commanders signing Bobby Wagner. The Cowboys are signing Eric Kendricks.
He's also,
which is stupid. I don't know what the Cowboys are doing for you. They ain't never do anything. Colts are signing Joe Flacco.
hella old.
Dan Campbell is getting an extension with the Lions.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Dan
Gamble.
Dan Gamble.
Desmond Ritter to the Cardinals. Interesting to see how that's going to play out. Sam Howell to the Seahawks.
Yeah. Gino's going to retire or get traded soon.
Curtis Samuel to the Bills. Eagles signing Devin White. Bears trade for Keenan Allen. That one was crazy. And here's my good one. Chiefs signing Marquise Brown. Hollywood.
I mean, he got a couple years left on him. I don't know. We only signed him to a 1-year deal.
I know, it's cool.
He'll probably only be here for.
Kenny Pickett to the
I
Eagles.
don't care about Kenny Pickett small ass.
Jets get Tyron Smith. Here it is. Steelers trading for Justin Fields. So they have Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. Why?
Why not?
I get it that Russell Wilson's going to be bounced out of there probably next year, but
You're only paying Russell Wilson $1.2 million,
and the Broncos are paying him the rest.
And you got the backup Justin Fields, who I'm pretty sure is still on a rookie contract, so you're paying your quarterbacks like nothing.
I guess that is a smart move, but you don't the same way. Let's see what else we got here. I think it's starting to. Oh no, this one. Chase Young going to the Saints.
Next, don't care about Chase Young.
Josh Dobbs.
Next,
Hold up. The Browns are already extending Jerry Jeudy.
next.
That's it.
Okay,
And the retirement of
don't
Aaron
care.
Donald.
Don't care who retired at all. I'll cook Aaron Donald one-on-one. Quote me on that.
Anyway, so that was most of the NFL news as of now. It's kind of settled down, but it was a lot. Yeah, a lot. March Madness.
March Madness.
Do we really want to talk about the brackets or just say our Final Four?
Yeah, say the Final Four.
All right, my Final Four, and my champion can switch. Let's see here. My Final Four are going to be UConn, North Carolina,
UNC, okay.
Duke,
Dude.
and Purdue. Purdue.
Now,
Purdue and UConn will be in the finals.
unfortunately,
My bet's UConn to win the whole thing.
That's my bet too, honestly.
my bracket.
UConn don't usually lose often.
They won championship last year. So
They can go back to back, but
I think they will.
my brackets have not been created, but I have these little brackets that I did a little speed run, just like 5 minutes. We're gonna go off this one. My Final Four is gonna be UConn versus Arizona and Houston versus Creighton with an Arizona versus Houston finals, and I got Arizona winning. That's just a 5-minute one though.
that's just a 5-minute one. That seems like scripting right there to me, if you ask me. If Arizona gets to the championship and wins, and Phoenix is in,
I don't know where it is.
I think it's in
But,
Arizona, so that's just kind of scripted.
I do know that I'm waiting to fill out my bracket till tonight's NIT game.
Yeah.
Colorado versus Boise State. It's going to determine whether I have Florida winning or not. Because Colorado wins.
Isn't that not in tournament?
It's the first four in. It's a playing game.
What happened? I thought there wasn't NIT.
There is an NIT.
Those are guys at the.
NIT, not in tournament.
All right, I think that's
I
it.
think that's it.
All right, you go with the dogs because our dogs are whining like little. I'm not gonna say the word. This is a friendly show. All right, Kobe, come on down.
Yeah, it's time! I brought my food. That's non-negotiable.
Anyway, but I guess we're doing Alex Eats too, or it's more like Kobe Eats.
Motherfucker. Here we are.
Before we get to UFC 300, do you want to tell the fans that we're not going to be doing this very much?
Well,
It's going to be every once in a while.
So, can I just say what fans?
We have 2 fans watching.
Which we love you, whoever those two are.
Hopefully, we'll probably get more when I do the interviews for baseball. So.
That'd be cool. But you know what? Let's do this.
All right.
Let's talk about it because I'm not here to waste time. I'm here to eat my food and go on. Let's talk about the big news. UFC 300. 3 decades of the UFC. Think about it like this. If you're a UFC fan, back in the day, we used to have guys, there's no fucking rules. Just kill each other. Let the murder. Let the bodies hit the floor. Like, it's just absolute carnage.
That better not get us copyrighted.
I said 4. They are the most popular words in the song. I said like 4 words. We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
All right, but no. Let's talk about the last fight night, or the
last fight night.
229.
You want to talk about 229?
299.
299.
Fast,
real quick.
Recap.
I'll recap real
I kind
quick.
of missed him, but I was at work.
Sean O'Malley beats Marlon Vera in a 5-round decision.
Sean O'Malley, that's good.
The Sugar Show was beating the shit out of Marlon. It was a unanimous decision.
Yeah.
And it was a unanimous decision with good reason. Dustin the Diamond Poirier proves that diamonds are built under pressure. This absolute menace. I will say, to give credit to Benoit Saint Denis, the guy he was fighting, Benoit had a staph infection. He shouldn't have fought that fight. It was a big opportunity for Benoit, but he shouldn't have fought the fight. It was a bad move for him. But Dustin, with a second round KO, stiffs him clean, knocks him out. Michael Venom Page wins a very boring 3-round decision against Kevin Holland.
Did he do the gloating like you should? He's showing me this guy.
Yeah,
he's showing me this guy.
If you don't
I wanted
know
to
who
watch the fight.
If you don't know who MVP Michael Venom Page is,
look him up.
Educate yourself. Educate yourself on this man. He's a beast. But it was a very boring fight.
It was boring.
Gilbert Burns versus Jack Della Maddalena. Gilbert nearly got a decision. He nearly got a 3rd-round decision.
Oh, just letting you know, I don't want to talk about the preliminary.
That I don't plan on talking about that. It's 299. The only one that's of even slight interest on the preliminary is Curtis Blades, who beat Jolton Almeida, which was pretty actually shocking.
300.
Hold on.
Oh, wait, what's up?
Another big one from that fight net from 299 is Peter Yan. Finally, after losing 4 fights straight, is back in the win column after a 3rd-round decision over a future champion, in my eyes, Song Yadong. Now, we move on to UFC 300, because I don't even want to talk about this shit that is these fight nights.
They're not setting up. What is it? Oh, we're going to bring wrestling into here real fast. On Raw a couple weeks ago, or a long while ago, I can't remember his name. I can never. I don't know why I can't.
Chandler?
Michael Chandler, yeah. He called out Conor McGregor. So, you're going to fight, but not at 300.
No one cares. Chandler's stupid. I would literally chose anyone else to fight. I guess he realizes he can't hang with the better guys in that division.
That's why he wants to fight Conor.
Everybody wants to fight Conor. Conor makes you rich.
All right. Go ahead and tell us the card so far.
Well,
And I'll tell you if I know him or not. I probably do, because it's a big card.
For once, I'm actually going to start from the prelims. From the early prelims. Starting the fucking night out. Former bantamweight champion Cody Garbrandt versus former flyweight world champion Davison Figueiredo.
I don't know that. I don't know that.
The God of War versus No Love Cody Garbrandt.
That's it. I don't know.
That is a fucking top tier fight. So shut the fuck up and don't you ever a fight again. I will slap you, especially if you don't know them. Bobby Green versus Jim Miller. We got old guys fighting on this one. I actually like to see their age. Jim Miller is 40 years old, and Bobby Green is 37. And they're both in like the hardest division. They're in the
I'd
light.
probably go with Bobby Green, and the only reason I know Bobby Green is probably because he
Bitch.
beat up Tony
Bitch.
Ferguson and made me a little.
Eye poke. He eye poked Tony Ferguson. He
Tony
was
Ferguson had that fight won until the eye poke, and
I'm not gonna say that. He was winning the fight before he got poked in the eye.
and then it just drastically changed.
Yes, it did. Jessica Andrade versus Marina Rodriguez. I don't know women. I don't do women. Women WMMA is boring to me.
Let me guess. The only time you did women was when freaking what's her name? What's her name?
Who?
Amanda Nunes.
No, I don't even like Amanda Nunes. I don't like women's MMA at all. Like I'll watch the fights, but I'm not gonna keep up with what's going on.
That's
in there.
not sexist.
It's not. They're just boring. Come at me, feminists. Fight me.
Anyway, keep going.
Jalen Turner, the man who absolutely attempted murder. Watch Jalen Turner knocking out Bobby Green. It is horrifying. He tried to kill him because the ref wouldn't stop the fight. He's taking on Renato Marciano. I think that's how I say his name. I definitely got that wrong, I think. Renato is coming off a very close fight with Drew Dober. And I think Jalen's going to put work on him. I don't think he's winning this fight. I think Jalen Turner's going to beat him and move up. And I think if I had to say, I think you give him a fight with Rafael Dos Anjos because Dos Anjos just lost against Gamrot. Moving on to the actual prelims. Starting off with a featherweight fight, we got Sadiq Youssef, who nearly beat Edson Barboza and nearly finished Edson Barboza in like the first round in his last fight. He's fighting Diego Lopez, and honestly, I'm giving this to Sadiq. Sadiq's such a good fighter. I definitely think Diego's going to give him trouble, but I see him winning this fight. I see Sadiq knocking out Diego. I'm not going to give a round, but I think he's going to knock him out for the win. Moving up, we have Holly Holm versus Kayla Harrison. Holly Holm is the girl who knocked out Ronda Rousey and ended her reign.
I know.
Kayla Harrison is...
Are we still on the date, the early prelims, or are we on the...
We're on the prelims.
Okay.
We're on the prelims now. But they're all... It's essentially all the prelims. This is like the...
Holly, I kind of want to see what Holly Holm has to do. I don't know if she'll be good.
She's gonna
old,
lose. She's 42 years old.
She's old.
And Kayla Harrison, she's coming from the PFL, so she sucks.
Well, we all know that. I guess we can all say Holly Holm ended Ronda Rousey.
She did.
She
She did. Like genuinely.
She beat her before,
She beat her before Amanda Nunes did, but then Amanda Nunes got her directly after.
and then she's like, nah.
Yeah, she lost twice and then she was done.
She's like, I'm going to WWE.
She's-
too good for her.
She's low key, she's low key in MMA. She's a quitter because she lost and then she just gave up.
And in WWE, I think she got money with that.
She's a quitter too, dude.
Not to be disrespectful. She's
I'm not, dude. She's one of the best. She's one of the best fighters. She made the women's MMA. Unfortunately, nobody has ever captured that
glory.
that like former glory again. Like no woman has really been like, oh, that's awesome. I guess like the two that you could give it is the Thug Rose Amanda Nunes and Amanda. Those are the only two. I guess Valentina, the Bullet Valentina Shevchenko. She's pretty badass. Too.
She was still
Who? Chris?
Yeah, Chris.
No, Chris never caught nobody's attention. Chris is cool. Chris Cyborg's a badass, but nobody gives a shit about Chris Cyborg.
But that's all right. Let's keep going.
Yeah, no. Kayla Harrison's winning that fight.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a boring one. I don't even think she's gonna finish Holly Holm, even though she probably should. Calvin Kattar takes on the newly arriving former bantamweight champion who lost to O'Malley. Aljamain Sterling. He's moving up to featherweight. I think Aljo wins this.
Tell me when we get to the main card. I'm still listening. But when we get to the
You
main
need to be listening, dude. This card is stacked, bro.
Oh, I know.
Another thing, big thing I have. It's a point I put on this. This card is gas. All of you people saying, "Oh, this card's mid. It's not that good." Stop lying. This card is fucking gas.
Of course it is. It's
There's
300.
fantastic fights head to toe. There's a couple of weird fights that are like really weird to put on here, and the whole card is built in this really weird way.
So when will 400 be in like the next 2-3 years?
What?
How long?
What the
how,
fuck?
How long do they take to go?
Well, think about it like this: the UFC events, like the big pay-per-views, are like 5 a year.
Okay.
So like roughly like 10 years.
Okay, so 5. Okay, 5 years. Whatever. But okay.
But anyway, moving on, ignoring what he says because
I don't know what I'm talking about.
we have Calvin Kattar versus Aljo. I think Aljo's going to take it. He's a former champion. Calvin Kattar got schooled by fucking. He's the best boxer in the UFC. Don't fuck with Max Holloway. He's a demon. the former light heavyweight champion Yuri Prochazka. He's coming back. And he's fighting Alexander Rakic. Unless Rakic stinks it up and just is a bitch and doesn't let Yuri do what Yuri likes to do, which is rush forward and fuck you, Yuri's going to win this. I feel like Yuri's going to knock him out. Yuri has too heavy hands to not knock people out. Moving on to the main card, and this is where shit starts to confuse me, because as I said, on the prelims, there's 4 different former champions. The first fight on the pay-per-view is Bo Nickel versus Cody Brundage. You don't know who Cody Brundage is, but you might know Bo Nickel. Bo Nickel's this pasty white ginger fuck. He's a really good wrestler. He's a fucking fantastic wrestler. But he's 5-0.
Okay, so why are they on the main card? But not
That's what I'm saying. And I think it goes back to something that Bo Nickel said. He said he's never going to fight on the prelims again. Which, I don't even like Cody Brundage. I think Bo Nickel's on track to being a champion in this division. But Cody upsetted a guy last time he fought. There was this dude, he was like the Texas, he was like the Executioner or some shit. He had a badass name, he was cool as fuck, he looked awesome. Cody Brundage slammed him and knocked him out. He slammed him on his head and he knocked him out. It was great. But, honestly, if I have to pick one, I'm picking Bo Nickel. Nickel's a fucking demon.
I guess I'm going.
He's either going to wrestle whore him or he's just going
I want to make predictions too on these ones.
Okay.
I'll try and we'll just see. Let's go.
This one gives me nightmares. The champion has a name, and his name is Charles do Bronx Oliveira.
Charles Oliveira.
Charles do Bronx Oliveira. He's 34.
Or is that a different person?
No, it's not the fucking lightweight champion.
Okay, it's the same
Shit.
person. You're using his full name. I'm going.
Charles do Bronx Oliveira. One of the best to ever do it. Former lightweight champion. Honestly, should have already had his rematch with Islam. Is now having to fight up-and-coming monster in Arman Sarukian. Arman is 27 years old. He is 2 inches shorter than Charles, and he also has 1.5 inches less reach than
Now,
Charles.
this might be a little biased, but I got Charles just because I don't think I know the other guy right now since he's up and coming.
So I watched Sarukian's last fight, and it was not close. He knocked out Beneil Dariush, which Dariush isn't that great.
Yeah.
He knocked out Beneil Dariush in under a minute.
Okay. So Charles can go for a little bit.
Charles also knocked out Beneil, though. So it's not like...
It's not like...
And Charles, as much as he's a berserker and he's going to walk you down and knock you the fuck out, he's also very methodical when he wants to be.
Yeah.
So I think my pick is Charles by submission or decision.
Okay.
I don't see Sarukian getting knocked out. If Sarukian wins, I see him getting a knockout or a control time decision. So that's my pick. I got Charles, but I personally believe Charles will win this. I have faith that God is going to give Charles his rematch, give Charles one more chance, be the first ever 2-time lightweight champion. Because I don't think Khabib's a 2-time lightweight champion. I believe he's just a 1-time. Because I don't think he's ever lost it.
Okay.
Anyway, moving on. Justin, the highlight reel Gaethje.
Uh-oh.
This absolute fucking monster is fighting the Max Blessed Holloway for the BMF.
Oh my god! I don't know who to choose on this one. This is the first one to stump me.
I'm going to tell you this right now.
Max Holloway versus
Justin Gaethje is 35 years old. Now, most guys don't win when you're 35. When you're 35 years old, you're not winning a championship level fight.
But Justin Gaethje is...
Justin Gaethje is him. Justin Gaethje broke Tony Ferguson, which is something that's so sad to think about. But he really did. He broke Tony Ferguson.
And he's still... I don't know why Tony didn't retire yet, but...
Because Tony loves to fight. I don't think Tony's in it for just to be here. He's in it because he loves to fight. I'm going to tell you this right now.
I might not make a prediction.
My pick is Max Holloway by 5th round decision.
Let's go into decision.
Dude, they're too durable.
Okay.
Max Holloway doesn't have knockout power. He's a pressure boxer. He's going to keep pressuring and pressuring and pressuring. And if he does hit you with something where you're like, oh, fuck, I'm about to go out, then he pressures you even more. Gaethje is also 3 years old. Gaethje's 35. Max is 32. Max is just entering his prime.
Yeah.
Max has been doing this just as long as Gaethje, if not longer.
Yeah, but I don't know.
But my pick is the highlight reel gets put on the highlight.
You know what? I'm going to go ahead with Max Holloway as well, just because Gaethje, they're both good.
They're both fantastic.
I think watched both of these guys.
I think the only thing is that Gaethje's not going to be quite as fast as Max.
Probably not.
Because Max fights, unless Max is really fucked up by the weight difference. because Max is a 145er. He's moving up to 155 in this fight.
What did April 13th? Okay, so at the end of this, I'm going to talk about some things.
Okay.
Not.
Okay. And then Zhang Weili versus Xiaonan Yan. This is a women's fight. This is for the strawweight championship. It's Weili versus Yan. I have Weili winning this. I don't really want to talk about this much more than that because this is where, again, it gets weird. This fight feels like it should have been saved for a smaller pay-per-view.
Who you said? Who is
Zhang Weili versus Yan.
Oh, it's the
So,
guy.
yeah, I don't know if he's winning. I know Zhang. Zhang's a beast, but I don't know.
Are
Yan.
we up to the main event yet? Or?
Yes, we are. That was the co-main event.
Oh.
Justin Gaethje versus Max is the real big co-main event.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It's Alex Pereira. Poatan. You know what Poatan means? It means fist of stone. It means fist of stone.
I know Alex Pereira.
Pereira beat Izzy. Beat Yuri Prochaska. And now he's fighting Jamal Hill. Jamal, the salty boy Hill. Jamal is so salty that he hasn't got a rematch yet. He got that Yuri got his rematch before Hill. He's just salty. He's salty that he won, dude. He's just a salty man. But he's good. He's really good. And he's also 4 years younger than Pereira, which usually doesn't mean a lot in the light heavyweight and heavyweight division. But this for the belt. Yeah. This is for the belt.
Honestly, I'm going to go with Alex Pereira.
Ooh. I am also going to go with Alex Pereira for one reason. When Jamal won the title, do you know who Jamal fought?
No. I don't
Jamal fought former champion Glover Teixeira.
know who that is.
Glover Teixeira, he's an older guy. He's very old. He was like 40 when he won the belt, which was insane. He's a really good fighter. But Glover won it, and then Yuri beat him for it.
Yuri. I do know Yuri.
Yuri choked him out for it. But then Yuri got injured, and then Ankalaev and Jan fought for it. Jan Blachowicz. They went to a draw, nobody got the belt. Then another match got scheduled. It's like, well, who do we pick? We can't have Ankalaev and Jan fight again. They went to a draw. So who do you pick? You pick Hill, who's an up-and-comer who had a good record, and you put him up against the former champion. Glover and Hill went at it. Hill beat the fucking shit out of Glover for 5 rounds in Brazil, in his home country.
Yeah. I get that.
And then Jamal was like, "Oh yeah, I won the belt," and Hill retired. And Glover, not Hill. Glover retired. Guess who Glover trains in MMA? He trains Alex Poatan Pereira. So Poatan has already beat one man who beat Glover. He beat one of the guys who beat up his coach. He beat Yuri. Now it's Hill's turn. I'm picking Poatan by 4th round KO.
Ooh. All right.
I'm saying it goes down. It's a lot. The leg kicks are going to fuck Hill's speed up. It's going to fuck him up a lot. And then last but not least, in the closing moments of round 4, I feel like Hill's going to go for a big power shot and boom, fucking left hook, fist of stone, lays him out, Poatan and still. That's my prediction. That's probably going to be wrong and Hill's going to win. But
Are you sure that's not a prediction, or is it a spoiler?
It's
I'm sorry,
a prediction.
Shut up.
But
Are we moving on, or
no, we got some major points to cover real quick.
Okay.
Oh my god, we should have saved some of these fights for the fight nights. The fight nights are so bad leading up to 300.
I'm not even. We're not talking about it.
We're not. I'm going to real quickly just name off a couple, just not even going through their list. Brendan Allen versus Chris Curtis for the middleweight division, that fight, that's just like mostly women. Like, it's just mostly women on the entire card. It sucks. It's a bad card for the most part. Oh, Alexander Hernandez still fights. I didn't know that.
You learn something new every day.
There's another one which has the biggest fight on that one. It's Erin Blanchfield. She's actually a good fighter. I actually know her. Versus Manon Florat. I don't know her.
A lot of girls.
Yeah. and then the co-main event, which is I think the better fight, Chris Weidman versus Bruno Silva. Chris is probably gonna get fucked up though. Then the most up and coming one, which is March 23rd. I think that's this Saturday. It is Amanda Ribas, or whatever the fuck her name is, versus Rose Namajunas, the Thug.
Is that Amanda?
No
relation.
They're not related.
Okay, that's weird.
The biggest fights on that one is Justin Taffa versus Carter Williams. Big love to Big Justin. And Edmund Shabazian versus AJ Thompson. Like, literally, other than that, all the rest of these fights kind of suck. And then most recently, we had Tai Tuivasa versus Marcin Tybura. And the fan favorite, Tuivasa, lost that fight in a fucking submission. And then the co-main event ended in a no contest draw. The fight sucked. Like, it's just that simple. And oh my fucking god, let me get through this before we've already had a huge look at the big fights. We've already done everything else, but the one thing, the 301 disaster.
What do you mean by that?
So, it's been announced. What's after 300? 301.
Obviously.
Alexandre Pantoja, the man who beat Brandon Moreno for the belt, a flyweight, is fighting Steve Erceg. Now, well, no, you don't know Steve Erceg. That's fine. You want to know why you don't know who Steve Erceg is? 1, you don't watch the UFC. 2, you don't watch the flyweights. 3, Steve Erceg is ranked number 10.
What?
Who's this? Steve Erceg is ranked number 10. Now, there's 15 guys in the rankings.
Wouldn't you want to go someone 5 or up?
That's what they usually do. I don't know what the fuck Erceg did, whose dick he sucked, but he's in the fucking main event against Pantoja.
Pantoja's gonna kill him.
I don't think he is.
Well,
I think Erceg's gonna knock him the fuck out.
and win the title.
Maybe, dude. If not, Pantoja's gonna fucking stink it up again and wrestle whore like he always fucking does. But that's just dumb. Then the co-main event, and I'm gonna use you as a casual. You're a casual, dude. You don't watch the UFC, right? Michael Pereira versus Makhmud Muradov. Do you know who that is?
Maybe my first guy, maybe.
Okay. Anthony Smith versus Vitor Batrino. I don't know how do you know Anthony Smith?
I said
He's
I
a
might.
pitbull motherfucker.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
Vitor Petrino is pretty good though. He's actually one of the better guys on this card. Jordanson Burrito versus Jack Shore. I don't even know those fuckers. Paul Craig versus Caio Borralhado. I don't. Gene Silva, that guy. I actually know Gene Silva. I watched one of his last fights. Gene's a fucking animal. I can't wait to see what he does in featherweight. Like, it's just a shitty fucking card from head to toe. And it's so disappointing because you're following up this banger card in 300 with that shit. Yeah. Anyway, I'm done with my rant. We can move on to wrestling. I just had to get all that off my chest.
You're good, bro.
My throat is sore now.
I'm gonna look some things up real fast.
I'm going to be quiet real quick.
Fuck.
Fuck. I was very passionate about all the bullshit.
I gotta get to the results of something.
Hurry it up. We don't want to have to edit this.
All right, here we go. Elimination Chamber, which was I did not watch it.
It was
the reason, and the only reason I didn't watch it. It was at 4 a.m. I am not waking up at 4 a.m. to watch a pay-per-view event. Never.
Well, it's because
Even if it was AEW, I wouldn't do it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no shit. It's in Australia, you know. We can't always cater to the U.S. wrestling fans. There's a lot of wrestling fans outside of the
Yeah,
U.S.
but so far the only place that AEW goes is Canada, and they didn't even do it. Oh, and all in London
because they're based out of the U.S.
Okay.
So what's easier to go to the fucking Canada or to fly all the way across the world with all your fucking shit to London?
But then again, WWE is starting to do these pay-per-views in different countries a lot.
Good for them. you have to fly. You have to pay to fly out all of your guys there because a lot of these companies pay their guys to go there. But anyway, rating. I will let you rate this one because I didn't watch this one at all. I'm gonna go blow my nose real quick. I'll be right back.
I'm gonna just recap the matches.
Yep.
And then you
For
can
sure.
go down.
Yep.
The WWE Women's Tag Team match: the Kabuki Warriors versus Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. Kabuki Warriors won. I'm not gonna do much on that match. I don't really care. Oh, this is cool. The website I'm on is actually giving it a grade. They graded a B minus. I don't care for it very much, so I'm going to grade it a C. I didn't watch the match. I don't know. So C. Then we have the Women's Elimination Chamber match. Becky Lynch, Bianca Belair, Liv Morgan, Tiffany Stratton, Naomi, and Raquel Rodriguez. Becky Lynch wins this one. I agree with their grade, a B plus. I watched some of the match. Definitely agree with it being a B plus. Undisputed Tag Team Championships: Damian Priest and Finn Balor versus Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. I don't know what their new name is, but their old name was British Strong Style. Judgment Day pick up the win, not before Finn breaks his finger. Good for Finn. Judgment Day win. They give this a minus. I don't know about it. I'm gonna wait for him to get back here because I want to see some things here. But it was not the. It wasn't the most amazing card in the world. But, you know. Elimination Chamber was alright. It was pretty good for what it was. Let's see. Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins appeared on the Great Smaller Effect. That didn't do anything but set up more The Rock. Alright, you're coming back now? I want you down here for the last two matches because I didn't realize that this grades the match. This website grades the match.
Interesting.
So we're at the Men's Elimination Chamber match. Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton, Bobby Lashley, LA Knight, Kevin Owens, and Logan Paul.
Okay.
I'm going to actually talk about this match.
Best match of the night.
Best match, by far the best match of the night. And Drew McIntyre wins it like we all predicted. It was pretty obvious.
Well, not entirely.
Not really, but I kind of knew it was going to be Drew. A lot of people knew it was going to be Drew. But
it was the most likely.
But then people started thinking of the night of the show, maybe Randy Orton. And Logan Paul knocks him out with brass knuckles. That's started a feud. They're feuding right now for the United States title. I'm going to talk about WrestleMania stuff too, but we'll get there in a minute. That they graded this match a B. I give it an A.
I would say it's a B.
A B? I give it an A. Maybe a B minus or B minus. B plus.
Too much stuff.
B plus.
I'd say B plus. B plus is very fair.
Women's World Championship: Rhea Ripley versus Nia Jax. I give it an A minus. The only reason I give it an A minus, I don't really like Nia Jax at all, but it's in Rhea's It's in Rhea's hometown, not even home country, and Rhea had a great pop. Good for Rhea though. Really good for Rhea. Overall, in my opinion, I didn't watch the pay-per-view, and what it looks like, it didn't look really good. I give it a good 6 out of 10, I'd say. I know you didn't watch it. What would you give it, though, with what you've heard from it?
From the Elimination Chamber?
From what you've heard.
Overall?
I didn't watch it, so I don't know.
Overall, I will give it a C plus.
C plus. I gave it a 6 out of... That's a D. No, that's not even a D. That's a C. 6 out of 10. What do you give it? 6 out of 10. Dude.
I would say, out of 10?
6 out of 10.
6.5 out of 10.
6.5.
Because, and it's another thing that's really weird for me. The pay-per-views are so short, and there's not much to them other than, the matches. And while some matches were fantastic, others were not. And especially with these ones where it's like the gimmicks, like the Royal Rumble, there's like 2. Bro. I'm sorry, dude. I have to watch this. Real quick, live update. This was uploaded 12 hours ago, so I'm a little late to the party. Ian Gary's wife trying to claim lies about the cuck Ian Gary. Well, turn on your comment section, bitch, and we'll talk. No comments, dude. She won't let anybody comment on her Instagram. Dumb bitch.
All right. So anyway, let me talk a little bit about WrestleMania. Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes for the Undisputed World Championship. We all knew.
Cody just needs to fucking win.
Cody needs to win. Yes.
I don't care about this. We were supposed to only cover the shows. You can go ahead and talk about this.
Well, this is what I meant. But okay, well,
You go ahead.
It's gonna all wrap up in the end. World Heavyweight Championship: Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre. That's a pretty good feud. I think they're gonna involve CM Punk in some way. Probably as a guest referee, maybe. Yes.
No.
Just because you can't use your arm doesn't mean you can't use the other arm to count.
He's not going to count.
Who knows?
He's just going to be there.
Women's World Championship: Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch. Pretty good. I think this is the first time they've ever fought, but I don't know if that's true. The Women's Championship: Io Sky versus Bayley. Nice. Intercontinental Championship: Gunther versus Sami Zayn. Six-pack ladder match. Right now, there's only four teams announced for it. The Judgment Day, DIY just won on Raw. The Awesome Truth just won on Raw, and the New Day just won on Raw. So there's 2 spots left. Probably going to go to British Strong Style, which isn't their name anymore. Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate, I think. Yeah. And then I think the other one's going to probably go to maybe Bobby Lashley's group. Probably not. I don't think so. But I don't know. United States Championship is a triple threat match. Logan Paul, Randy Orton, Kevin Owens. Then we have The Rock, Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins in a tag match that okay, everyone's calling it. This is going to be cinema. WrestleMania 40 is going to be cinema, which it could be.
It's cinema. It's cinema. It's been cinema since fucking WrestleMania 38.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of that. This is cinema. It's the height of pro wrestling. Shut the fuck up.
Honestly, it might be cinema, but who wants it? That's not pro wrestling. That's cinema.
Shut the fuck. Because everyone's like, oh, this is pro wrestling cinema. It's the peak of anything you could want. I'm like, no, it's not. I don't care if the story's good. I don't care. The story's been going on for 4 fucking years. When was the last time Roman lost anything? Oh yeah, he lost one time to his fucking cousin over some bullshit nobody gave a shit about. Oh, and he lost one time to fucking Seth, where he still beat the shit out of Seth.
Yeah, it was a DQ, so that's why.
That's my point, dude.
Yeah.
How can you find any of this entertaining? I just don't get it. Like, the last year, the WrestleMania thing, cool, fine. I'm okay with that. Cody versus Seth, or Cody versus Roman for the first time. I'm okay with the Cody losing.
But then they got a whole bunch of people involved.
And now I hear everyone like, oh my god, what if The Rock turns face? Why? What would be the point to make him face? What was the point?
And like I mentioned,
what was the point of him being healed to just turn back face? Like, oh yeah, I'm actually a good guy for the people. The people love Cody. No, fuck you. You slapped Cody. You called out his mom. Like, what the
I'm
fuck?
starting to think that this might be the thing. He might not. It might not be as much as he's helping Cody, but he's not like maybe in the next couple weeks it's going to show like Roman being a dick. Because you saw he told him acknowledge me, the tribal chief. Even though isn't he the high chief? So wouldn't that make him more powerful?
No,
No, the tribal chief. Is
no.
more powerful.
The chief is the chief of the tribe. The
He's
high chief just explain. He's the elder.
Okay.
At the end of the day, the tribal
So
chief.
he's just one of the elders. Then.
The chief still runs everything.
And he says to acknowledge me, though.
Yeah.
So I don't know if The Rock does. That's the point.
It's still so dumb.
I get it.
What was the point of allying them if they weren't really allies?
I don't know.
Because also, I hate to be the guy because I'm going to get fucking shit on by you, maybe your brother, maybe somebody else who's watching this.
Probably not me. But
It was so forced, the heel turn.
it was.
At the Las Vegas press conference,
He didn't want to do it, but it kind of looked like he did.
dude, no, it was just so fast. Like, fucking, you were insulting his family as insulting my family. Like, what the fuck?
Cody's
Dude,
not
he
the
said one thing.
all right, I'm almost done with this though. LA Knight versus AJ Styles. All right, and then Jay versus Jimmy. Once again, bloodline stuff. So a lot of bloodline. But that's WrestleMania. So we're gonna skip past WWE right now, and we're gonna head into Revolution. Do we want to recap the matches real quick?
Oh, yes, finally.
Let me get to it.
A
Hold on.
good fucking pay-per-view.
This was a great pay-per-view.
No, wait, hold on. Let me hit the gold. Finally, some good fucking food. Finally. I'm sorry, just...
This was way better.
WWE is so focused on WrestleMania, everything feels really shit.
It's always after, like, the Royal Rumble is meh, and then after that, it's all WrestleMania.
The Royal Rumble is usually gas as fuck.
I said meh as in it's at the very end, WrestleMania. Like, any other pay-per-view in between.
It goes, yeah, from anything between Royal Rumble and WrestleMania, it's eh. Yeah, I agree.
It's all WrestleMania. Right?
Yeah.
Which is fine. It's okay, but, like, it's just different. The first thing I'll start with is Sting did retire.
It was good seeing you, Sting.
Yeah. It was a good match. It was a good match. We'll get to it.
The
though.
GOAT.
Are they going to show... Oh, they don't. These ones don't show ratings. Do you want to give it ratings?
Yeah.
Okay. First match of the night, Christian Cage defeats Daniel Garcia. Actually, should we do the
So,
pre-show?
no pre-show.
Well, let's just talk about one match. The
Yes.
Bang Bang Scissor Game. Because we're going to get to that in Big Business, too. We're talking about Big Business.
No, we'll just talk about it on Big Business.
All right, fine.
Because if you don't know, the Bang Bang Scissor Gang, which is
What?
the Bullet Club Gold with the Acclaim.
Which is stupid. It was stupid, honestly. I don't even know why they did it.
I disagree. It was a good
fun.
idea.
But anyway, Christian Cage defeats Daniel Garcia for the AEW TNT Championship.
Nobody's shocked.
Cheating.
Nobody's shocked.
I give the match a B only because
I give the match a B, dude. It was really good.
it was great.
The
only reason
match,
it's not
the match
A-
itself was fantastic. Daniel Garcia was fantastic. Everything was great, but it's just the predictability.
Exactly.
The predictability, because there's 4 people on the outside. You know somebody was gonna cheat.
All right. Our next match is Eddie Kingston defeats Bryan Danielson for the Continental Championship. I give it a B minus
A B minus, yeah. I was gonna say, I'm like,
because
good match,
but Eddie is
really weird per usual.
yeah. Eddie and Danielson, they're pretty
They
good.
don't mesh well.
They don't.
It was a good match, but it didn't mesh well. Storytelling was okay.
Wardlow wins the All-Star Scramble.
Uh,
That's a D. I'm sorry.
A D?
A D.
Really?
I didn't like it. I just thought it was just meat. It's meat. It's fun to hear the chants. Maybe a C minus, but I don't like it. I don't like it.
I'm giving it a B plus.
Okay.
As far as multi-man matches, it was very entertaining.
Because usually they don't. I just
I'm
don't.
sorry. I love the stupidity. Meat. Feed me more. Fucking.
My God. Okay.
Just imagine.
Roderick Strong defeats Orange Cassidy. A plus.
A minus.
A minus.
I'm not gonna go as far as A plus. A plus is
There's a
reserved
reason. There's a
for
reason
the
I say
pinnacle
A+.
of that
There's a reason
stuff.
I say A plus for the
Why?
return of someone.
Oh, for the return of Kyle O'Reilly. Still A minus.
A-.
That's what makes it A minus. If not, it would have been a B plus. Great match, great storytelling. Overall, really good by everyone involved. I just can't give it an A plus. A plus is the peak of peak.
All right, you're right. A minus then. You're
A minus.
But no, it's still a
Really
great
good
match. Really good. Blackpool Combat Club defeat FTR. I want to give it an A.
C
but I'm thinking-
plus.
A C?
C plus.
I liked it.
It was a great match, but it was just so like a lot of these feuds the Blackpool Combat Club has, because they're just AEW's go-to for when they need something. It was very forced, the feud.
Yeah.
The feud was very forced. I give it a C plus because the match was fucking awesome. But
Okay.
C
I,
plus.
I'll give it a B minus then.
Okay.
Because I was thinking A, but no, B minus.
Like when I'm not trying to don't let me sway your views, but if you do think what I'm saying is right, go for it. Change your
All right.
opinion.
The next one, we might be able to say this one together.
Okay.
Timeless Tony Storm defeats Deonna Purrazzo. 3, 2, 1. I gave it a D.
What?
I'm joking. I gave it a C plus, mainly because of the antics.
B plus.
B plus.
B
All right.
plus. Match was golden.
I liked it.
There was one antic throughout the whole thing.
And she tapped out.
Yeah. Well, like that happens. You can't ever lose the belt.
Well, no.
That's just weird. It's Deanna's. It's her first pay-per-view.
All right. This next one we'll get together. I promise.
Okay.
Will Ospreay defeats Konosuke Takeshita, and let's go ahead and say it. 3, 2, 1. A
A plus.
A
There's
plus.
no question.
There's no question at all.
If
And
you were able to watch Tanosuke Tokeshina versus Will the Billy Goat Ospreay,
Jeez.
you better go back. You better watch it.
Oh my God, it was
Because-
so good. I don't really like that.
Takeshita?
I don't like him. I don't really like
You
him.
don't like Takeshina?
No, not really. He's okay.
a beast, dude.
I just don't like him really well because I don't know.
He's a
But in this
beast.
match, holy,
Hey, are you a fan now? Did
No.
he make you a fan?
I'm more of a fan of Will Ospreay, but still, yeah, he's pretty good. He's a great
You
wrestler.
can't tell me he did not make
I
you
never
a fan
said-
in that match.
I'm not a fan of his character, really.
Well, you don't have to like his
But
character.
the wrestling is good.
Well, that's what a lot of those Japan guys. That's what they are. They're fantastic wrestlers.
We have a lot of debuts to cover.
Yes, we do.
Anyway, next match. This one's going to be interesting. I don't know where to get this one. Samoa Joe defeats Swerve Strickland and Hangman Adam Page for the World Championship. I got to give it a
B.
A minus.
I'm gonna give it a B.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it a flat B because good match. It's fantastic, but it had the classic triple threat shenanigans. You know, like get out the ring, like fuck you. I will say
Hangman put his hands on officials, though. He's like,
no, that was.
no. He was just trying to make Swerve.
You see,
not win
thank
the
you
title.
for reminding me that B plus.
Yeah.
It's a B plus. I remember that now. Fucking Hangman losing his shit. Fuck you, referee. Just going absolutely ballistic.
And all because he didn't want Swerve to get the title.
You refused Swerve.
And a lot of people are starting to speculate, did he tap out on purpose? Like,
Yeah, he might have genuinely.
I don't know. I'm like when watching the match, even the commentators mentioned, did he tap out on purpose so Swerve couldn't break it up?
Yeah, like really good mentioning by the commentators. Really good job.
And then the final match, I'm not going to give it an A.
Swerve's
Plus.
retirement match.
Stinks. Says Swerve.
Sorry, I was predicting the future there. Sting's retirement match.
I give it an A minus.
A minus. I'm gonna give it a flat A.
An A.
As far as retirements go, this one was a really good.
Great one.
Especially,
won. And he won the match.
retirements when you give them the win. Like it's rare when they get the win.
And retire as a champion. That's even more rare. As the title
And also
came out,
the entrance with his sons and his one son who was in the Wolfpack outfit, fucking jumping 6 feet in the air.
he should be a wrestler.
That motherfucker should be. He's goated.
And then we have Darby killing himself.
Yeah, Darby
Holy
nearly killed
shit.
himself.
And he was going to climb Mount Everest, but we're going to get to that.
As we are. So let's move on. We're gonna real quick skim over everything.
Did we get the let's get the pay-per-view.
Overall,
I give it a good 9 out of 10. Just because of some of these matches weren't the best.
I'm gonna give it 9 out of 10 as well. It was a great. It was no. That's putting it way too high. I'm gonna give it 8 out of 10.
Okay.
8 out of 10.
Okay.
I feel like giving it too. I'm giving it too much if I give it a 9 out of 10. Because like 9 out of 10 for me is like last year's, not this year, but last year's full gear, or the year before last year's full gear.
Revolution.
No, full gear. Because the year before last,
That's
full
CM
gear.
Punk.
because there was Punk, there was Danielson, there was the Elite
Adam
versus
Cole showed up.
Adam Cole. No.
That was at Full Gear.
Who did he fight at Full Gear?
Oh no, he showed up. That was his debut.
No,
Or was it All Out? Might have been All Out.
it was Fall Out.
He didn't fight. Are you sure?
Yeah, promise.
He fought Hangman.
My guy.
Okay,
guy.
okay.
This was the year that the Elite fought Death Triangle. If you're smoking.
Oh my god, that was 3 years ago.
Yeah. If you're thinking 3 years, I'm thinking 2 years.
Dude, we've been watching for so long.
That's
It's weird
in my
because
opinion.
we didn't watch the beginning days.
Okay,
COVID.
wait, we gotta wrap this up. But no, that's my 9 out of 10. I got the fucking big news. First off, let's talk about storylines. I'm gonna real quick cap them all. Samoa Joe looks like he's gonna fight Swerve again after he already choked out fucking Wardlow, which was insane.
I think it should be at Double or Nothing, but
I think he should be sooner than that.
Dynasty. So.
I think he should,
Dynasty, new pay-per-view.
I think Dynasty's coming out. I think Joe should choke out Swerve at Dynasty with help from Hangman, so Hangman and Swerve can have their match at Double or Nothing.
Okay. It finally ended that feud.
Yes,
That-
permanently. Jesus Christ. Have Hangman get his fucking win, the salty bitch. Deanna's continuing her feud with Tony, which is great. Mercedes Moné,
That showed
she
up.
the CEO.
She showed up at Big Business.
Big business.
We had a
But we got to talk about a couple things before big business, and those things would be the GOAT of New Japan Pro Wrestling, Kazuchika the Rainmaker Okada.
He's here to beat the hell out of the. No, he's not. He's here to beat the hell out of Eddie Kingston and joins the Young Bucks to form the Elite, which I'm
the
like,
Elite,
I'm
the
like-
new Elite. Also, Kenny's fired from the Elite, according to the Vice Presidents Matthew and Nicholas Jackson.
Technically, so is Hangman.
No,
Suspended.
no, Hangman is suspended from the Elite.
Okay. But they said indefinitely, so I don't know.
So you never know.
Oh, we got some news I want to talk about at the end of this. That I haven't talked about.
Also, another big return, because we got 3. We got a debut, well, 2 debuts, 1 return.
I say Kyle O'Reilly.
The bastard.
Oh, the bastard. Forgot about the bastard.
He's back.
Forgot about the bastard. I forgot
The
about
bastard Pac. And honestly, I was really hoping he would feud with Kazuchika.
I think that's what they're going in. Maybe he.
No, I don't.
How do you know? Tonight. What if he shows up to cost Kazuchika the match? Think about it. Cost
would
him
be
the match
pretty
from
cool.
Eddie instead of
That would
Bad
be pretty cool. Then Dynasty, him and
Okada, yes.
That'd
And
be
then
awesome.
Eddie can go do something else.
I think Eddie's. Although I think Eddie's losing his Ring of Honor World Championship at Final
So
Battle.
to Mark.
Yeah.
But I no, he's not. Because of what he
I
just
guarantee
did.
he is.
Because of what he just did to the House of Black. The House of Black
I
are going to
promise
cost
you,
him.
dude. There's no way.
I guarantee you.
That match is still in like a month.
I know, but it's before Dynasty.
I still think that Mark's winning it. But anyway, that's all the big news. Oh, tonight,
Adam
I
Copeland.
don't think you're getting it uploaded before tonight. are
I'm
you?
not. It's going to be uploaded tomorrow.
Okay. The time of recording tonight, we're going to have Christian Cage versus Adam Copeland for the TNT title. I think Adam Copeland's going to win. It
So do I.
is an I Quit
I
match.
agree with you. I think Adam Copeland's
I think Adam
And
Copeland's
then,
going to win.
like I said, Kazuchika Okada
Take back
versus
time.
Eddie Kingston.
Kingston retains.
Like I said, maybe
Either Kingston retains with interference from the Bastard, and Bastard's gonna find that trouble you wanted, or we have a new Continental Crown Championship.
because there's no way. There's no way. Oh,
I love Eddie.
but he cannot
There's
beat Okada.
no way he pins Okada.
And if he
clean.
does,
if he does, dude, that's
people are going
respect.
to talk. People are going to talk.
That's dude. That I can't talk shit. if you're that over that you beat Okada, all
Like I
you're
said,
goated.
the haters are going to be pissed. Though.
they are. They're gonna be super mad.
And
Is there
then,
anything else?
Yeah, Mercedes is going to talk tonight.
Mercedes is talking tonight.
Lionheart, Chris Jericho is going to talk to Cook.
No,
Or
they're
talk-
fighting.
Oh,
Cook.
yeah, it's fine. That was weird. That's a weird one. And then a tag team match. Deonna Purrazzo
And
Tony-
Thunder Rosa versus Tony Storm and Tony Storm. Yeah. Tony Storm, Tony Storm.
Yeah, you're right.
Tony Storm is right, man.
And then Rampage.
Okay.
Going right in. We're going right. Did you forget? Tonight is also.
Oh!
Tonight is also Rampage. It's a 3-hour show. They're doing a 3-hour show tonight.
And we begin
Or
the tournament.
well, technically it began on Collision.
Shut the fuck up. How about that? How about you shut the fuck up? But yeah, no, actually, the infantry progressed, so now they're fighting FTR.
They're probably gonna lose.
They're fighting FTR to see who goes into the
Dynasty.
semifinals.
And then the finals are at Dynasty for the new World Championships.
Yep.
The only match set for Dynasty is Will Ospreay versus Bryan Danielson.
Beastly match.
Holy Jesus, that's gonna be good.
All right, I don't think we have anything else to talk about.
Just
Unless you had anything.
I got 2 things.
Go ahead.
But right before with the wrap up, and then one more news. I saw this earlier,
Okay.
and I wanted to talk. I didn't think I just haven't talked to you about it, so let's talk about it now.
Okay.
Jack Perry is not fired from the company, but the reason he has not come back is because reportedly Tony Khan is really mad at him for costing the company scene. That's reported.
Can you blame him?
Not
Can you blame Tony Khan?
No, but people are saying, why not just fire him then? And I'm like, maybe because he wants to be a nice
Because he's
person.
a grade A talent. You don't have to like Jack Perry
He's mad at him right
to
now.
know he's a goated talent.
He's just mad at him because they lost Punk to WWE.
Yeah.
a bit.
Which
And now people are
I
calling
will
it,
say-
now they're calling it the trade. AEW got Adam Copeland, WWE got CM Punk. It's kind of
so my opinion on that is I think Tony Khan, like if I was backstage and I had a word with Tony Khan said, "Yeah, I'm mad at Jack Perry." I'd be like, "Why? You're gonna lose Punk anyway."
yeah.
Punk was already being
Punk
a
didn't
little
want-
shit.
He did. I think people were already like in the comments. What I read, they said, "Wasn't Punk already trying to get fired?" Because I don't.
Dude, he's trying to fight this dude.
He didn't want
I
to be
don't
there.
care if you are like the biggest star in the world. You can't fight the executive vice presidents.
I think that's what started. And I don't need, like when he came back, he just had that attitude. And
Like-
the ring.
Also,
Yeah,
here's
that
another
attitude.
big thing. Here's another huge fucking thing. I've heard both sides of the story. Punk was trying to offer some friendly advice, according to Punk, to Jack Perry.
Jack Perry didn't like
To
it.
Jack Perry, Punk was loitering over him and trying to be like, "Oh, I'm the better shoot. I've been doing this longer than you have, kid. Listen to me." Punk's a dick. I like Punk. Punk's awesome. Punk is an asshole.
In real life, like if you
He's
met
an
if you
actual
met Phil
dick.
Brooks,
Phil Brooks is a dick.
CM Punk,
Phil Brook is one of the nicest and at the same time a fucking huge dick because he has a fucking giant ego, which is nothing against Phil Brooks.
No.
Everybody has an ego, especially wrestlers. All wrestlers have egos.
oh yeah. Oh, we forgot about Darby. He broke his foot, so he can't climb back.
Yeah, Darby fucking broke his foot. I don't know what the fuck Darby did to break his foot, but
I
Darby
do. He
broke his
jumped off the rope and landed awkward, and then
Yeah.
and then
Guess-
and then Jay hit him with the bat, which is so interesting because the kayfabe way was to break his foot, and they actually did it. So it's weird that happened.
I bet. You think Darby audibled that?
Maybe.
You think Darby was like, "Hey,
Break my-
do the thing with the chair on my foot"?
Because we were. I don't, maybe they weren't going to do that.
They might not.
They were. They might have just attacked him or something.
They might have just beat the shit out of him and beat the shit out of the Acclaimed and then left. Oh yeah, another thing. The Bang Bang Gang beat the shit out of the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass,
Yeah, that was going to happen.
as they got what they fucking deserved, messing with the Catalyst.
And then
I think we're on to the news now.
yeah, we're done with everything.
Well, no, isn't there a news? You said you got something for the good news.
Podcasting from now on. They're going to be less
It's going to be sporadic.
sporadic. Our next one, I'm thinking in about maybe a week or two,
Oh.
which will have the gaming that we wanted to do.
We'll be playing some Madden.
Madden tournament starts.
You know, funny enough, actually, I'm about to buy Madden tomorrow.
Okay.
Like, so we can actually play it online.
Okay, yeah. Because Mason has it online. Isaac has it. And me and Isaac can share the game. So, yeah, that would work.
I'll have it online.
And then we're gonna do baseball stuff. I'm
We're going to be doing that.
gonna do interviews with people at our school and add that.
Baseball kids in our school.
And then the next big podcast, like today was not very big.
I would say it was pretty
It was
good.
pretty good.
I went on a giant rant
I know.
about fucking UFC.
But the next one will be after Dynasty. Because then we can get WWE WrestleMania. We can get
Is that after WrestleMania?
Dynasty's after WrestleMania. So we can get WrestleMania.
Hey, AEW.
We can get
AEW making $1 million moves
so
right there.
we might even talk about Ring of Honor. We're gonna talk about UFC 300 because that's before Dynasty.
Honestly,
2.
real quick, can we just give it to AEW for final? I hate to be this guy and say it, but AEW, thank you for being the bigger man and just letting WWE have the WrestleMania weekend, not trying to compete with them because that would be such a bad idea.
Because they competed him at the Royal Rumble, and the Royal Rumble just whooped them up.
Well, no, not really.
And I mean, you would have rather watched this, but
AEW still made more money. Oh wait, no, they didn't have a pay-per-view on that night.
they
But
had
no,
a-
they still did better in my opinion. I remember watching the Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble was good. That Collision card was absolute fucking fire.
Yeah. and it is what it is. But no, that's the next two. That's the next two podcasts I have 100% scheduled that I want to do, and the next one I might do around Easter time. We'll think about that one. But for now, this has been the podcast basement. We will be coming back. It's
Again.
not gone.
I'm thinking about changing that name.
We're still
We're
in
not
a
always
basement.
we're not always gonna be a basement.
Not as with the interviews. Coming
Is that
out.
just what the tour is called? We're the basement. Glacier the men.
I guess. Anyway, that's it for the basement, and we'll see you all next time.
Skibby Bob.
That was a good one.
Very good.
And we had our break that we needed. So